The answer to your question is 7:30. I didn't get a chance to tell you that. You did. Oh, thank you. Okay. So, I thought I got Instagram going, but apparently I did not. Okay. Yay, we are live. Okay, let me turn off that. Okay. Okay. Whew. So, it's a little, I'm sorry to be a little late. It's a little added stress this week because I just realized I'm going out of town on soon. So, I don't know. Anyway, and like having like stress about the packing for this. So it is very exciting, and I will have more to say about that later. I do want to say the Own Your Awesome book, and I will be talking about that as well. The Own Your Awesome book publication is going to be available on August 1st, and then also the looking for a couple of volunteers who might want to peek at the book early in order to do some reviews. And then, and then also the Own Your Awesome Virtual Speaker Summit will be going on sale that same day. So very exciting stuff for that going on, and excited for all of the things with that. So I can't say what I saw. I wanted to say hi and send love and peace. I gratefully accept your love and peace, and I send it so much right back to you. I miss your face, my friend, from so far, far away, and I'm sending you so much love. Mwah! You've been on my mind because my family is coming up to your part of Canada. My parents are taking a road trip, so I've been thinking about you. But yes, life is going grateful, very grateful. So, and I hope you can say the same, my dear sister friend. Mwah. Okay, Chris, you are in. I will make sure to get you the galley, and you can read the book. I would be so honored to have your feedback and a review. So we're looking for like 3 to 5 people who would be willing to read the book and share a review online on Amazon, and help with that. That has been requested by the publisher, so I'm authorized to do that before the book comes out. So that's exciting because, free book. So I'm going to pick a card for the animal spirits, and we're going to do some card readings. I don't know that we're going to do some personal readings today, just because I feel very depleted today. I'm not sure why, but I'm feeling very depleted. I know that we came out of a very intense full moon, and I know that we're coming down towards the new moon is not for another week. There will not be lives next week because I will be away, and so we will not meet on Monday or Thursday for next week, so we will take next week off for that. So animal spirit that is with us today is cheetah. And we've talked about the cheetah before. It says, get clear on your intention and stay focused and move quickly to achieve your goal. And we talked about this before because we've had several things with the releasing of the full moon. This past full moon, we talked a lot about resting and allowing ourselves to rest and respect what's going on in the body. And then also to have to get clear about what we want to bring in, what we want to manifest as we come into the new moon time, so that we have the full moon where we're releasing the things that are not helping us move towards our goal, and as we're coming back down to the new moon time to really make sure that we know what it is we want, where we're going, what we want to manifest into that. So this is the reminder that this is that time to get very, very clear about where you want to be and where you want to be setting your intentions as we're moving into that new moon time, which is going to be in just probably about a week. So the new moon is probably going to happen while I'm away. So I'll try and post some stuff about that, but we will not have a live next Monday or meditation next Thursday. Chris, do me a favor, hit me up for a reminder. Just send me a text or a message afterwards to send you a copy of the book to be able to have the reviews for that. So we will do that. And let us also, speaking to us today, I think we need a goddess today. So I look at my decks and I say, who's speaking to us today? And I think we need a goddess today. We haven't talked to the goddesses in a while, and I think we need a goddess. One of the things that I've been feeling a lot is about bridge building, about putting your foot in the water, like crossing rivers and streams, putting our foot into the water to say, this is where I'm going, but knowing that we need to build a bridge to get across without damaging the earth, without damaging the land on either side. It's a balance, and I saw this story. I think this may be why it's been coming up a lot. I saw this story that Jeff Bezos, who's the owner of Amazon, has built a boat, a ship, a yacht, a personal yacht that is the largest or second largest yacht, personal or sailing ship, not a cruise ship, but sailing ship, that was ever built. And it is too big to get out of the shipyard. And there is a bridge, and he has offered to pay the town to take down the bridge to allow him to get the boat out and then to build the bridge back up. But the thing that came to me immediately was not just that the town refused, but the impact on the land and the water and the people around because of this action. And so what continued to come up for me was, just because we can doesn't mean we should. And the flip side of it came in very quickly afterwards. Just because we're not sure how doesn't mean we shouldn't. And so there is this yin yang that's really been on my mind about this, of reminding ourselves to build bridges and to be cognizant of what is around us, that not to assume we can just snap our fingers or throw money at a problem and make it all work out, but at the same time to remind ourselves that there's a balance. And I think that's one of the things that we really have, are losing sight of in our country and in our energy. I think that so much these days is feeling like it's either or. It's either right or wrong, black or white, left or right, red or blue, blah, blah, blah. And there's so much more to the story. And our goal should not be to be right. Our goal should be to build the bridge, so that we are talking about, how do I get across this waterway without damaging the villages on either side, the communities, without damaging the earth, without damaging the water, but still allowing me, you, us to reach our goals in a way that is harmonious. And that is really where we are focused today. So, hi Vicki, welcome back. Nice to see you. Oh, hi Kimmy. Hi Barbara. So happy. Hi Rachel. So happy for you all to be here. So I am unclear if if we will be doing personal readings today, okay? So when you ask me if there's anything for you, please listen to the group reading, because so very often we will gain insight from the group reading. So please bear with me. I don't know if we're going to be able to do personal readings today. I mean, I'm going to pull 2 cards. So right now I'm feeling like we need to hear from the goddesses. And so today I have 2, one I pulled and one jumped. We have Mama Ria, the moon card, and she's number 32, and then also Hestia, which is the card of home. So I am just really feeling like we need to connect a little bit into that female goddess energy. And so Hestia is card 21, and this is being at home in your own skin, is what the Greek goddess of hearth and home, Hestia, offers you today. When you're in alignment with your truest self, it's like everything you do suddenly fits and feels right. Now is the time to look into your environment and making sure that you are surrounded by the things that have special positive meaning for you. So I love this because it really aligns with what we were talking about before with the cheetah card of being clear on what it is that you want and moving your way forwards to this. Oh, Rachel, I love this deck. It is these are amazing. And there is an additional PDF that gives you more backstory on the goddesses that sometimes they include when you purchase this deck. It depends on if you got it right from Colette or if you got it from somewhere else. So if you don't get this, just send me a message. I believe I have the PDF and I'm happy to send it your way. It was just some really interesting backstory that Colette had done about learning about the goddesses when she was creating the deck. Hey, Jennifer. And then the other card was Mama Kia, 32. It's hard for me to tell from the text there. Is it K or R? So we'll check that. So this says Mama Kia. So she's 32. This is the Incan goddess of the moon, which of course governs so much of what we do, is the moon. And so it says presides over the power of cycles and seasons. The moon rules the night sky, returning full 13 times in the year. The ancients okay, so mark time by the moon to know when to plant and harvest and all the things. Right now, you're invited to see what is familiar and decide whether you need to improve on it or leave things as they are. So this is very much in alignment with what we're talking about of looking at what is in the home, what is surrounding you in the home, and making sure, is this, the right thing? Are these the things that bring me joy? So if you look around your house and you see something that doesn't bring you joy, you want to take a look at that and say, okay, do I need to donate that? Do I need to give that to Goodwill or garage sale, or put it on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or something? And actually, hello Kim, hi Aaron, because I was just thinking of this, because actually this past Friday was National Give Something Away Day, and so Aaron and I had had a conversation about what to give away. So this is part of that. If you are looking around in your space and you're thinking, I don't need this, or this does not bring me joy, then you want to make sure that you are doing something about it, so that what you're looking at around your space is not giving you stress or strife or what my grandmother would call spilkus, which is sort of unrest in your guts, where you look at something and it just gives anxiety or anxiousness or something because you're like, if that's the situation, purge that from your house. If you can sell it, if the money will bless you, then great. If it's something you can give away freely to bless somebody else, even better, because that's, raising vibrations. Mama Kia is Killa. Killa. So, and she is about the moon, which is again reminding us in the cycles that we are, coming from the full moon cycle, which is the time of the releasing. And we're in that time of preparation to be able to make sure that what is around us is conducive to helping us move forward to our goal. Are you surrounded by clutter or mess? Some people that works for, on my desk, if you looked at it, might look a little chaotic, but for me, it's very organized piles. I know exactly what's in each pile and what is the priority, and nothing is lost, even though somebody else that may come in will be looking at it and be like, but I could say to you, could you go to the third pile on the left, and it's going to be the fourth thing down in the pile. So find what works for you. I am a huge fan of this Goddess Power Oracle deck, and I think sometimes we just need a little check-in with, a jumper. Sometimes we need a little check-in with these cards. So clearly today we're going to be talking to the goddesses. So this is Kali. So we all know Kali, say it how you want. Kali is, I think, the more Indian Hindu pronunciation, and me having spent half my life in California, I am prone to say Cali because Cali girl, but she is not that at all. She's an extremely powerful goddess, and so let me grab the page for Cali, who is number 25. There's so many different things about her. Like for me, she comes across always looking very, very strong and almost menacing, and for me, I really feel like there was some other like maternal, fiery, protective, I will protect my family vibe from her. That is something that has always come through to me. So the Hindu goddess of liberation, so Kali is the liberation and revolution, to address the aspects of your shadow nature that have held you hostage to old ideas that no longer serve who you want to become. So there is a real thread through here this week with this power of really looking into, feminine goddess power, the power of women, the power of the female, the feminine. It doesn't have to be, just a male or female, but the feminine essence that we all have. We all have aspects of both. And so having that, following the cheetah that says, go with clear intention in the direction of your goals, go quickly and with clear intention of where are you going. And we have Hestia, who says look around your house and make sure that you are surrounding yourself with things that motivate you and guide you, and releasing the things that cause anxiety or stress or focus. And then we have the Mama Kia, who reminds us about the moon is here to help us and motivate us and work with the tides. When you are swimming in the ocean, if you are caught in a rip current, they'll tell you don't fight against it. Don't try and swim directly back to the shore. They'll teach you to follow the current. Let the current take you. Go with it. You've got to go with the grain. So you are working in alignment with the moon energy to be more effective. You can't fight again, so we don't get into the time of the full moon and go, I'm going to manifest some shit right now, because that's not in alignment with the energy that's going to be most powerful to help you when you are. So this is the time when you are looking at it and go, okay, I understand what I want to do. Okay, I see where I need to go, right? We've got clear focus for the cheetah. We've cleaned out the house stuff. We're looking around and saying, this is not, hiccups, bring me joy. So this is something I'm going to release and let go. And then we're going to move forward and be able to say, okay, this is now using the moon, using the energies around me, using the energies of goddesses, angels, loved ones, guides, higher power, whatever it is, tapping in. It isn't just about using the moon. It's about tapping into all of the resources that we have available to us. If you were building something, you wouldn't not bring tools to build it. You wouldn't say, Aaron and I, we were together on Saturday. We were putting something together, and he very smartly brought wood glue, which did not even occur to me to bring. I didn't have the right tools, and thank goodness he did, because we needed the wood glue. It was great that he brought it. He brought the right tools to the job. We brought other right tools to the job, but we had a gap in what we thought we needed on our list. It's important that we use the time from the full moon to the new moon to gather the tools to know what we need, or to begin figuring it out. It is okay if you don't have all the answers, to begin figuring it out, so that you know when you get to the new moon, you are ready to go, right? You are ready to go, because Kali is talking to us about, this is the time we are ready to go. This is reinvention. This is the letting go of past beliefs, old limiting beliefs, letting go of patriarchy, letting go of, because that's how it is, because that's how it's always been done. Let that stuff go. I'm always reminded of this story. I believe it's an old Jewish, old wives' tale, of the woman who, she gets married, she leaves the home, she moves in with her husband, and she's cooking fish for dinner, and she takes the fish and she cuts off the head and the tail, and she puts the fish in the pan, and she cooks up the fish for the dinner. And the husband says, "Why do you do that? Why do you cut off the head and the tail that way?" And she goes, "I don't know. That's how my mother always did it." And so she goes and she asks her mother, and her mother says, "Cook the fish, you cut off the head, cut off the tail, put it in the pan." She says, "Mama, why do you do it that way?" She goes, "I don't know. That's how my mother always did it." So they go to Grandma and they say, "Grandma, why do you cut off the head, cut off the tail, you put the fish in the pan? Why do you do that way?" She says, "Well, the pan was only this big." How many things in our lives have we clung to as this is how we do it because that's the way it's always been done because the pan was only this big? Let's get a bigger pan. Let's take the lid off. Let's open our minds to say we don't have to do it the way it was always done just because somebody said that's how they did it. So as you are looking and being the cheetah and looking at what is in front of me, and so accidental that I wore like animal prints today, not real, very fabric, but as you are allowing yourself to think about what is it you are trying to create and wanting to welcome into your life, as we're coming through, we've passed the full moon in Capricorn, we're moving on to the next thing. What is it? And as you're putting those things together, you're gathering your right tools. You're letting go of the things in your house that you look around and go, "Yeah, I don't know why I still have that damn thing." If it does not bring you joy, it needs to go out the door. Now, it could go to anywhere. Goodwill, a friend, or whatever. Facebook Marketplace is a great thing for, getting money, to bring money in as an exchange, or for the low price of get this the heck out of my house. So do what's right for you, but allow yourself that freedom to think clearly, to breathe, to release, because this is a time of revolution. We see that with Callie coming in. We see that this is the time of revolution, but not how, if you're watching the news, not that way. Okay? This is not violence. This is not unrest. This is about a revolution of thought, a revolution of energy. This is about doing things a new way, a different way, and not clinging to, we've always done things this way, so that's how we're always going to do them. Something better is possible. It can be very frustrating while we are watching political, posturing that feels very much stuck into concrete of this is how it's going to be because this is how it always has been, and allowing ourselves to get caught up in that drama. And so what I want to bring you back to is the comments and the information they've been bringing to me about bridge building. It is very much about building the bridge to get from here to there without harming anyone in the process. The land, the villages on either side, and I'm using villages as just a metaphor, without drowning ourselves, without drowning anybody else, without taking advantage, without having to take down a bridge that's going to inconvenience a town for months just to get your ship out. Okay? This is about working in harmony together with our communities, with our neighbors, with our friends, to build bridges that are so much more than metaphors. But this is the thing that is really coming in so strongly right now, is we must be the bridge builders. We must be the bridge builders, which means going out and making sure that you are bringing people with you to vote, going out and listening to people and hearing what is on their minds, whether you agree with them or not. This is about bridge building, okay? Which means that we have to be the ones raising vibrations. We are the ones who are leading with love. And it doesn't have to be political, okay? It doesn't have to be political. I really believe that in order to save this country that I live in, we must be bringing people to the polls with us. And for me, the primary is in August. And in other places there are, it will be in, we'll have the big election, midterm elections in November. And then Kim, you're absolutely right. Cutting down on the news, and I try to really catch it on like podcasts or just websites, and I pick and choose different websites because I don't want to hear the newscasters, because I don't want to hear the music and the inflection of the drama of it. That is all inflated. I long personally for the time where we used to have the news was the news. It was just the facts, ma'am. And that's not how it is anymore. So choose your information sources very wisely. But whatever you're doing, the time is about building bridges. This is about not creating strife, political or otherwise. But this is bringing people to understanding. Because what I see is, things online that's, Instagram posts or Twitter posts that says, you want to take my guns, you're going to have to take them out of my cold, dead hands. And it's that kind of intractability that is keeping our society from moving forward. It's my way or the highway is bad for all of us. It's bad for all of us. And so when we can say, hey, listen, if you're a responsible gun owner or whatever issue it is, you're not who we're talking to. You're not the problem. Okay? But could we please try and get on a place where we could agree about what the problem is? Not about solutions, but let's agree where there's a problem. And that's something we have not yet come to. And that needs to be part of our bridge building. And so as we're talking to people, because we have been more insulated, we have isolated ourselves away from people who don't agree with us. And I think it is so important to remember that we can be friends and sisters and brothers and human beings and not have to agree on everything. And that's okay. And that it's so much more important to find common ground, and it's so important to be kind and compassionate and to listen to each other than it is to be right. Because it doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong if we've all been shot by, AR-15s or, died of COVID or whatever it is. It doesn't matter who's right. It matters how we can meet in the middle with love and kindness and compassion. And so it's important for you right now, for all of us, and I don't mean you any specific, I mean all of us, to focus on the bridge building. Because when we can get clear on our personal intentions of where we want to go and what we're trying to be ready to manifest as the new moon comes in about a week, we can be clear on what we want. People are empaths, they take on the world's problems. That's exactly right. And so we can't do that. We've got to protect ourselves, right? And if you are struggling as an empath, please let me know, because my online course, Becoming an Empowered Empath, I think is so fantastic for helping people to really not take on the world's problems, because we want to start in our own place. We want to start in our own home. We want to start and build bridges with our family, with our neighbors, with our community, because it is like the ripples on the pond. If I drop my pebble and my ripples go out, and you drop your pebble and your ripples go out, and our ripples hit, we create bigger ripples. And this is where we need to be, is creating the bigger ripples. And so as we come into this, out of the time of the full moon and into the time of the new moon, it is so much about being clear, like the cheetah told us, being clear about what it is we want to manifest for this coming period of time, so that we can move forward with focus. And then we are reminded through Mama Kia and Hestia about having decluttering or moving things out of the home that are in conflict to our motivation, or that are in conflict to our feeling good, positive energy. If there's things in your home that don't feel positive, to just put them to the side or get rid of them. And then remember that we are working in concert. We are working in harmony with the moon. We're not trying to work against it. We're not swimming against the tide. We're working with it to create, when we work with the universe, because it isn't just about the moon. It's about everything else that's up there that can help us, and about working with, coming to alignment of working with. Okay? That means we're working with them. It means we're working with each other to create something really beautiful in a new way, because as Kali reminds us, this is a time of a thought revolution. It is not about a revolution with guns and borders and things like we're seeing with Ukraine and Russia. That is an old patriarchal way of thinking. We are here for the new thought revolution. We are here for the new energetic evolution, where we are raising our energy to a new level to create new ways of solving problems, to build those bridges where we are not sacrificing each other or the land to find common ground. We are not sacrificing each other or a planet to be able to create something beautiful that will allow us to move forward. This is what has been asked to be shared with you this week. As a reminder, there will not be next week because I will be traveling. And also as a reminder that the book that I am included in, I'm so honored to be included, Own Your Awesome, is going to be available on August 1st, and we are currently looking for people who would like an advanced copy of it to read it and share a review on Amazon. I need maybe 3 or 4 people who are willing to do that, so if you are interested in that, please let me know. And then the Speaker Summit that will be part of promoting the book, the Own Your Awesome Virtual Speaker Summit, which I'm also very honored to be included in, will be launching on August 1st as well. I'm going to leave it there for today because, as I said, I'm feeling a little bit, not under the weather, but I'm feeling quite tired, like just depleted. And I think it's really important to honor those things. It takes a lot of energy to do the work that we do. And so hopefully there were some nuggets for you included in the things that were shared. I am going to just pull one final card. We'll use the, okay, my Facebook is in Spanish. I don't know why that is. Okay. So I'm going to pull one more animal spirit card just to help us all collectively have something to focus on and as we go forward. Kimberly says, I think why I've distanced myself from most people is because I don't have to take on their bad energy or problems. I've just reached a point where I've realized it's just not good for me. The downside is being a bit of a loner. Girl, I hear ya. I hear ya. I mean, I live in Central Florida, and it was like, you want to go to Disney World? That was not even going to happen because it was just too overwhelming to me, which is why I created the Becoming an Empowered Empath online course for myself, but also for so many other people who have made comments just like this to me, because it is, being an empath does not have to be a burden. It can be a blessing, but you have to know how to utilize it to your own benefit and to the benefit of others. But that takes training, and it takes an awareness that, like, wait a minute, all these things that I'm feeling, is this mine or not? So I'm going to leave us with the Snow Leopard card. It says, take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. So we all are continuing this collective reminder to get a little extra rest and to make sure you're drinking enough water in these hot temperatures. I think that's kind of where I'm at, is I need a little bit more hydration. But just, this is a reminder to take some time to rest for all of us as well, because this is that time where we're feeling the energy coming down. Make sure that you're taking the time to get clear about where you want to go next. And with that, it will be 2 weeks before we're back together again, and I'm so sorry for that, but I will be traveling, and so we will have meditation this Thursday, but we will not have any appearances next week. If I can hop on and leave some little chat things, I will, but we will not have live things next Monday or Thursday. So please, as always, remember how very much you are loved, and I will look forward to seeing you when I'm back in early August. Mwah.